There was a day that you could hire a general contractor to build a house in human history, and they'd show up with a rock. And that's all they had at that time. But it was inefficient, would you agree? Yes. Eventually, the rock evolved into a hammer. The hammer is more efficient than a rock. But today, if you were to hire a general contractor and all he showed up with was his hammer to build your house is never getting built. What do they have today? The nail gun. Now, you could build the house with the rock, yes? You could build the house with a hammer, but it was inefficient. The challenge with our industry today is that the solo agent model is very inefficient. Chris Smith wrote this book. It's called The Conversion Code. Here's the idea. That embodied in every real estate agent is three things. The first thing that's embodied in a real estate agent is everyone has to be a marketer. Would you agree? Like, you have to constantly be generating business. This was the biggest shock for me when I got started in the industry. I was young, I was in my mid-20s, I was naive. I literally thought that people would just start walking into my brokerage and want me to use my services. No, there's a part of your job that has to be a marketer. The second thing that Chris said is embodied in every real estate agent is a scheduler. In other words, you get a phone call, then you schedule that, you nurture that, you work with that client, you schedule that appointment. And the third one is closer. The idea that you then show them property, list their home, you close escrow. Here's what I want you to understand. When you get busy, you have marketed, you're now scheduling, and you're closing. What do most agents stop doing after they are busy closing? They marketing. You know this, right? So you get busy, you're marketing, you then schedule, then you're now closing, you're working with those clients, you have no time to do what? Okay, take it a step further. So now you're busy closing, right? You've marketed, you've scheduled, you're closing, you stop marketing, and you get really busy. Now what do you stop returning? Phone calls. How many people know an agent that doesn't return phone calls on a listing? Here's the deal. They were a marketer. They were a scheduler. They were a closer. Embodied in every real estate agent is a marketer, scheduler, closer. Here's what I learned. You can't do it. It's a fallacy. It's a mirage to think that you can keep this going at any high level of production. So what did we do? We just departmentalized it. We created a marketing department. Then we created a scheduling department. When the phone rings from 8 to 8, Joe, what do? Pick up the phone. And then how quickly do we get back to them? In under 5 minutes. And then we schedule them appointment. So our closers could just stay busy doing what? Close. So they should market, but I know that most real estate agents, it's difficult to do. You know why I know that? Because I wasn't doing it. And let me be honest with you, you're not doing it. I know. In other words, are you working your sphere of influence? Right? Are you doing all of your open house potentials? Right? A lot of us weren't doing it. I needed to hire. We departmentalized it out.